Hi, I'm Maureen Metcalf, the founder and CEO of the Innovative Leadership Institute. The following video is the condensed version of a presentation delivered through the Franklin University Mason Leadership Center. It is an introductory presentation explaining the concept and practice of innovative leadership. I hope you enjoy this brief overview of our leadership principles.
I want to start with the idea that each of us as leaders have a unique DNA and authentic presence. I know we talk about authenticity, and then we also talk about having to fit within in the organizations with who pay us or with whom we volunteer. And so the first part of this is really understanding who I am genuinely as a leader. So as we were building the new methodology, we talked about the idea that often people come to leadership training and they want the checklist or the tools and techniques, and they don't equally invest in themselves as the person doing the leading. So if I were an opera singer, building my voice is building myself. If I were a conductor of an orchestra, I'm the one doing the conducting. As a leader, I'm the one doing the leading. And so often programs separate the individual from the activities. And we really want to emphasize the importance of knowing ourselves, growing ourselves, and leading ourselves, because we are, in fact, the ones doing the leading. And so in the self-awareness bucket, we talk about type, so leader personality type. It's also gender and age and ethnicity. And as I come to this world, I'm probably, I hate this term, but middle-aged white woman. And so I've lived in a white woman body and a middle-class academic, corporate. I've worked at Accenture and PricewaterhouseCoopers, so big consulting arena. All of that shapes the way I see things. The second is developmental perspectives or maturity. So for those of you who know the book Good to Great, the term level 5 leadership. So we actually, while my type is relatively static, absent significant events, my developmental perspective is designed to grow. So while I accept parts of myself that are as they are, I can also specifically develop other parts. Mindset I can develop, resilience I can develop, and skills I can develop. So as the person doing the leading, I walk into any room or any Zoom call with a combination of, if we think of our leaders born or made, there's the born part, and then there is the reason we're here, I assume, is we all think that we can also develop ourselves as better leaders. And this framework is designed to take into account both who we are and also help us with the path of what we're developing. So here's the journey. Once I know who I am, in part, then I turn to how do I lead? And we break this down into 5 different sets of activities. So the first is understand your why. Why are you leading? So it starts with who am I? What are my vision and values of myself as a person? And then of myself as a leader. And then what are my superpowers as a leader? What am I brilliant at? Second is appreciating our capabilities. So this is the things on that first slide. So understanding my personality type. In character, there is both virtuous character. So am I a person of high ethics and morals? Also, this is where we would place all of our ethnic, gender, age, all of those things that we also consider our type. Then we've got developmental levels, and that is a whole different presentation that can take hours. Third is resilience. Next is mindsets. And for me, the mindset underpins the behavior. And it is things like I am innately collaborative. I'm humble. I am in service of those who expect me to deliver, and also in service of the mission of the organization. Those are all mindsets. Then we've got role-based skills. And then the transcendent competencies are the things like I have a good financial acumen, I'm good at communication, I'm good at decision making, I'm good at setting a vision. Often we think of leadership as just those transcendent competencies. And so one of the things I'm hoping that people are taking away is that what used to be sufficient for leadership, that worked. In this time, those are all important, but they're insufficient to truly drive organizations where we want them to go. Next is understanding our organizational environment. So that is internal, purpose, culture, systems, processes, stakeholders, internal and external. Next is understanding my industry and ecosystem. Next, we get to expanding my capability. So how, as a leader, do I grow given my values, who I am as a person, the context in which I'm operating? Now, what's the biggest impact that I can make as a leader for my enterprise and as a human being for my community and my world? In that context, create a development plan, identify the team who helps me get there. And that could be anywhere from a learning partner, a mentor, a coach, a professor. It's also going to be my family, my spouse, my partner, my kids, because they're going to give up time with me while I'm off learning. And then there's the actual doing and growing. And then all of that is the precursor to actually leading. And we broke leading into 3 facets. Who am I being in any moment? So confident, humble, having leadership presence. How do I relate to the precious people with whom I work? It is my job as a leader to inspire them, to engage them, and to help them be their best for themselves and for the organization. And then there's the doing that ties to the transcendent competencies, setting strategy, communicating, making decisions, empowering people.
At the Innovative Leadership Institute, we offer a variety of services to guide you and your team through the personal and professional journeys required to become a more effective leader. We offer workshops, seminars, courses, individual coaching, and team coaching. Other resources include the Innovating Leadership Workbook and Field Book series, and over 400 available episodes of the Innovating Leadership, co-creating our future podcast. If you have questions about innovative leadership or how we can help you become an innovative leader, please browse our available services or contact us at inquiries@innovativeleadership.com.